pose like you mean it, team.
Gentlemen, this is Colonel Nick Fury. I'm on the main bridge, but I'm not sure how long I'll last. Get here ASAP. Fury out.
Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, The Thing, the Human Torch.
Fantastic Four!
Yeah, it's clobbering time!
Gentlemen, this is Colonel Nick Fury. I'm on the main bridge, but I'm not sure how long I'll last. Get here ASAP. Fury out.
Guess this just wasn't your day.
I was hoping to catch someone being a hero. Looks like I hit the jackpot! I'm working for the biggest group of villains this world has ever known. The Masters of Evil! That's the best part of all. We're led by the man himself. Dr. Doom. If you only knew. 'Cause Doom's got a plan that's gonna shake the heavens. You wanna get tough, punk? Good. 'Cause so do I.
Thanks for responding to my SOS so quickly. The Helicarrier's under attack by a group of supervillains called the Masters of Evil. And to make matters worse, they're led by Victor Von Doom. My thoughts exactly. It's not important. I told you it's not important.
Colonel Fury, this is the Black Widow. The Masters of Evil have activated the launch cycle of our nuclear missiles. I need help if they are to be stopped.
Help is on its way, Black Widow. Fury out. Team. Just one of those missiles could level an entire city. Failure is not an option. You have to get to the launch bay and stop them. Glad you made it to the party. The fight to save this helicarrier isn't gonna be easy. It started when radar detected distant ghost images. And they disappeared, so we figured it was just an atmospheric disturbance. Dude, when they hit us, it was a complete surprise. We took out our main weapon batteries and our fighter bays in a matter of seconds. They thwarted every attempt we made to counterattack. They're a group of supervillains, led by Dr. Victor Von Doom. There's been sightings of dozens of major criminals. Ultron, Baron Mordo, just to name a couple. I'd expect nothing less from an organization headed by Doom. The Black Widow is my second in command. She goes where I go. And that training has proven invaluable. I've never met a soldier who's calmer or more resourceful in battle. We were hit pretty hard in the initial attack. We took out our forward batteries and damaged half our fighter bays. Yes, and to make matters worse, they've destroyed 2 of our primary engines. We're near the limit. If they damage any additional systems, we're gonna make a real big crater when we hit the ground. Carry on.
What now?
The only way to stop those missiles from firing is to destroy the consoles that control them. informed that one of the nuclear missiles launched. I thought I told you to destroy both consoles. Alright, you're going to have to activate the self-destruct for that missile. Get to the navigation room on the double.
Well, aren't you just an impressive bunch of heroes? Too bad my good buddies Daredevil and Elektra weren't with ya. You wouldn't be trying to stop the nuclear missile I just launched, would you? Hey, if the boss wants me to launch a missile at a heavily populated city, I do it. I don't get paid to ask questions. Sorry, I can't. And even if I did step aside, there's nothing you could do. I've got the only access card to the navigation computer. I choose or else.
In your face, bad guy!
The Masters of Evil are attacking our stabilizing engines. There's too many for me to stop alone.
Black Widow, do not engage the enemy. I want you out of there immediately. Team, double time it and save that engine.
That was my fault, I'm afraid. Fortunately, I was not harmed.
Black Widow, I specifically ordered you not to engage the enemy.
I am sorry, sir. It was unavoidable.
Very well. At least you're safe. Team, you have to stop the enemy from destroying the engine. If they're successful, the Helicarrier is finished.
I'm glad to see you. Someone named the Winter Soldier hacked into our network. He managed to trap several of us with our own security force fields. Can you unlock the system? Go to the security console and reboot the system. It'll take 2 of your team members to activate it. Watch out for traps. Winter Soldier may have put laser tripwires along the way. If you walk through them, a bomb will be triggered.
No problem.
Yes. Thanks for setting us free. Being trapped in our own rooms was kind of an embarrassing situation. Good luck. Be careful.
Now you are trapped. We will teach you the true meaning of pain.
You made a big mistake coming here. One you are never gonna have a chance to repeat. You're in for a world of surprise, my friend. The Masters of Evil have teamed its members up in combinations that even your combined powers can't handle.
Yes. All the better to crush our enemies.
Good. At least you've got guts. I hate fighting cowards.
Yes, I too enjoy a good battle. Now, let the fight begin!
Radioactive man, Winter Soldier, report. Why haven't you destroyed that stabilizing engine yet?
Sorry. We got a little carried away, but we're on it. Lower the force fields and let's clear out of here.
It is lucky for you we must depart. I was just getting warmed up. But we will meet again, I promise you.
I told you they'd follow. They're as predictable as the sunrise.
Come then, heroes. Follow us a bit further.
We're up here. Now you've had it.
Yes. Let us see how you fare against this force. Attack! You are too late. In a matter of moments, the Winter Soldier will have unlocked the security code for this gun. Then, we shall fire it into the engine.
Don't you understand? You can't defeat the Masters of Evil. We're just too powerful. Abandon ship while you still can.
He has a plan that will give us all enough power to live like kings for an eternity.
Quiet, Chen. You've already said too much.
Ah! It does not matter. They will not live to tell anyone.
Why don't we make sure of that?
Well done. Wish there was time to rest, but we've got big trouble on our hands. I'm going to activate a lift nearby you. Take it, and I'll explain the situation when you arrive. time to waste. The Masters of Evil have unleashed some huge creature that's attacking our primary engines. If it succeeds, we're all dead. battle I've ever seen, but you saved the Helicarrier. Thanks, team. When you're done in that area, come back to the bridge. We're moving everyone to Stark Tower before we begin our next mission. Come back to the bridge. You'll find out.
Mr. Stark, there's a hero token on line 2 for you.
Hi, my name's Hank Pym. Dr. Hank Pym. I've heard you're going to the Omega base. If you see my cybernetic helmet, could you bring it back to me? I was working on a new version of my cybernetic helmet. Then Captain America called and said you guys could use somebody with a little technical know-how. Hey, I'm glad to be helping out. Besides, I was getting bored working in a lab all day. Oh yeah, Well, that's where I was working on my cybernetic helmet. It's a real nice facility. I didn't see a whole lot because of security, but I do know there's a team working with gamma bombs. And I think a new study is being done on the super soldier drug. Come back anytime. We're always open.
You got it.
Hi, Johnny. Is your whole team here?
You bet we are. The Fantastic Four would never miss out on something this big.
Come back anytime. We're always open.
No problem.
Greetings. My name is Vision. I will be your primary source of information concerning any persons or locales you might encounter. Unfortunately, my line to the SHIELD database has a security issue. Would you retrieve a decryption module from Black Widow and bring it to me? The acronym stands for Strategic Hazard Intervention, Espionage, and Logistics Directorate. Its primary responsibility is counterterrorism for the world. Operating under the jurisdiction of the United Nations, SHIELD is expected to deal with any threat to the security of the world's population. That designation has been used several times over the years, but it is not associated with any particular group of villains. Dr. Doom has assembled dozens of the world's most notorious supervillains, not the least of which is Ultron and Baron Mordo. Victor Von Doom was raised in the tiny European country of Latveria. The untimely death of his parents made Doom vengeful towards the world. A genius, he attended Empire State University. Unfortunately, Doom performed a dangerous experiment that resulted in an explosion. As a result, Doom was expelled. Bitter, he traveled the world until he met Tibetan monks who created his first suit of armor. Doom then returned to Latveria, where he overthrew the government and proclaimed himself ruler. The Black Widow was a Russian spy who defected several years ago. Upon joining SHIELD, she rose quickly through the ranks until she became Colonel Fury's #1 operative. There is nothing on her SHIELD record to indicate otherwise. Why, do you ask? I am glad to be of assistance. Greetings, Mrs. Richards. I trust your son is well.
Franklin's just fine, Vision. A little too busy for his own good, but boys will be boys.
I am glad to be of assistance.
Why not?
Hello, Ben. How are you?
Hey, Viz. I'm doing okay. Quite a view Stark's got up here, ain't it?
I am glad to be of assistance.
Hello, my name is Black Widow. I am second in command to Colonel Fury. Dum Dum Dugan recently sent a suspicious radio message. He requested Colonel Fury visit the Omega base immediately for an update on the super soldier serum. Dugan said Dr. Banner would give the report. The odd thing being Dr. Banner is not on the super soldier project. Since we don't know the situation, you are to sneak aboard the base and locate Dugan. From there, we'll determine the best course of action. When you are ready to go, talk to Wyatt Wingfoot. He will take you in a Quinjet. The offer was initially made after a SHIELD operation, where I switched identities with a countryman of mine, Yelena Belova. Yes, the blonde one. I declined the offer, but as we all know, Colonel Fury can be very persistent. It is a huge mobile SHIELD research facility that is several stories tall. Yes, it is used to field test some of our most highly classified experiments. My apologies. I should have given it to him as soon as we arrived. Please, take this to him. You are quite welcome.
Nanotechnology team will be meeting in the Optronics lab. Colonel Fury, Red Ralston is on line 6.
Thank you for the decryption module. Now I can patch directly into the SHIELD database. I am glad to be of assistance.
A small thermonuclear device is missing, and this was last seen in the weapons lab.
Glad your team could make it, Dr. Richards.
The Fantastic Four wouldn't miss this for the world, Colonel Fury.
Yes. We're a SHIELD task force created to investigate the Masters of Evil. It's our mandate to stop Doom and his army before they cause any serious damage. SHIELD is an international organization. We belong to no one and to everyone. With the Helicarrier seriously damaged, we had to find a different base of operations. Tony Stark offered the use of these facilities. Exactly. No, I'm surprised to be here. You see, Stark Industries and SHIELD recently had a falling out. Yes, Stark recently stopped developing weapons for us. As you can imagine, we were less than enthusiastic. SHIELD tried applying pressure, both legal and not so legal. But I gotta hand it to Stark. He held his ground even though he's lost billions.
Mr. Stark?
Anytime.
Bambi and Miss Heather here in the main lobby to see you. The nanotechnology team will be meeting in the optronics lab. Colonel Fury, Red Ralston is on line 6. Warning, a small thermonuclear device is missing, and this was last seen in the weapons lab. The President is on line 5, Colonel Fury.
Wyatt, old buddy, what the heck are you doing here?
Tony Stark gave me a call and asked if I wanted to help the team out. You know me. Never one to turn down a chance for some adventure.
I hear you. Hey, what do you say later on we sneak a few friends in here and have a little party? It'd be a crime to let an awesome view like this go to waste.
Johnny, you haven't changed since we were roomies in college.
Oh, I've changed. Chicks dig me even more now.
Hi, the name's Wyatt Wingfoot. In case you didn't know, I'm your pilot while you're here at Stark Tower. We'll be taking the Quinjet when you're ready to leave on a mission. Sure. What do you need? Discreetly. As in, don't let Fury know? Yeah, I can do that. Give me a little bit. I think I know just the person to ask. There's a hacker I know. He's kind of an oddball, but I think he's up to the challenge. If you don't mind me asking, whose laptop is this? So, you think Natasha's up to something, eh? Maybe working for the other team.
In the optronics lab.
Stark needed a pilot, and he knows I've flown for the Fantastic Four. So I guess he figured I had the skills. I was roommates with Johnny Storm back in college. He introduced me to the group, and after a while, they started inviting me on missions. It's a high-tech jet developed by Stark's company. It's usually used by the Avengers. It's undetectable to radar, can take off and land itself. Heck, it'll even dial the phone for you. Plus, it's got the latest in jet engine technology. This thing will get you around the world in no time.
Good. One thing I want to point out. You now have a shield. It's an experimental device that'll let you transport instantly back to headquarters whenever you want. Okay. Good luck in there. Let me know when you want to leave. Quiet out.
Team, satellite recon shows the Omega base is now on a collision course with Bondrak Dam. Thousands of lives are now in danger. You must stop the Omega at all costs. Fury.
Good. They sent a team. I was afraid I'd been a little too clever with my message to the Colonel. Someone used the base's ventilation system to spread a knockout gas. When I woke up, Dr. Doom demanded I bring Colonel Fury here. If I refused, he was going to ram the Omega into the Bondrak Dam. Well, there's no time to waste. Get me to the engineering control room. From there, I'll override navigation and stop this monstrosity.
Why not?
Consider yourself clobbered. cupcake!
Team, I just had a thought. The section you're in contains the primary drivetrain. If you could disable it, the Omega base would be forced to switch to the secondary drive. Not much, but it'd give you more time to reach the top of the base.
This just wasn't your day.
Curse that infernal Doom. I can't do anything from this control room. Not to worry, there's a control room just ahead. Hopefully Doom left it alone. Get me there, we should be fine.
Guess this just wasn't your day.
Finally a challenge. The shield soldiers are no match for my battle suit. It is wise that you fear me, for with my recent upgrades, I could crush you all like grapes. And you are destined to lose, for I will not let you stop the Omega base. Very well. Then come, comrade. Let us battle.
Well done, team. Now, let's see about stopping this behemoth. Blasted. All controls have been locked down, except those on the upper bridge. Correct. I'll have to reach the top deck and stop the Omega base from there. Sounds like a plan. Good luck.
cake!
Before you go to the top, we got a couple of new concerns you might want to address. Security shows some very sensitive labs been broken into. One lab contains a device known as the neural inhibitor. Another has plans that could be used to upgrade
So, the reports were right. There is a team of superheroes on the Omega base. Well, let's see if this doesn't slow you down.
Now that was fun!
Hey! Can anybody hear me? I'm stuck in this lab. Reed Richards, am I glad to see you. What the heck is going on around here? There was a huge explosion, and then I couldn't open this door.
The Masters of Evil have attacked the Omega base. But first things first, Bruce. Are you all right?
I'm fine, Reed. I just hope they didn't damage any of my work. Wait a minute. Did you say the Omega is under attack?
Doom used a knockout gas on the Omega. That explosion must have sealed your room off.
This is terrible. If Doom can lay his hands on some of the experiments here, there's no telling what he'd be able to do.
I know. There's several experiments around here that I hope are secure. What do you know about the giants that are running around here?
Those are the results of the Super Soldier experiment. Scientists are attempting to recreate the drug that gave Captain America his super strength. So far, they haven't had much success.
Team, you must be making the Masters of Evil nervous. My security panel shows a gamma bomb has just been activated. You gotta shut it down or all life in a 2-mile radius will be destroyed.
Bruce, you're something of an expert on gamma bombs, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Follow me to the primary lab and I'll see what I can do. Figures. The damage is shut off. We have to find the auxiliary lab and re-establish the safety interlock. Hello. Do you have a question? It's a drug that was developed during World War II in hopes of creating soldiers that were stronger and faster than normal humans. Yes. Unfortunately, there's something very special about his physique. The drug won't work properly on anyone but him. I've been working with a team that's developing a smaller, more powerful gamma bomb. Teams aren't allowed to know what each other are doing. Heck, just walking into the wrong section can get you court-martialed, even if you're a civilian. S.H.I.E.L.D. runs this place. They live for all that cloak and dagger stuff. Glad to be of help.
The turkey?
This just wasn't your day.
Let me see it. Yes, I was able to shut down the gamble bomb. We're safe.
That was close. That sucker detonated everything within a 2-mile radius would have been destroyed.
Sounds good to me. I'm no superhero.
You fools! Have you stopped to wonder why S.H.I.E.L.D. has plans for Ultron? Wrong. These plans are upgrades. The good guys want to capture Ultron, rewrite his programming, and turn him into a S.H.I.E.L.D. weapon. You'd be surprised what else S.H.I.E.L.D. is up to. But all I care about are these plans. Ultron wants them for the weapons upgrades. I was hoping you'd say that.
Someone else to pound.
No, I don't imagine he did.
There's an AIM helicopter patrolling the deck. I tried to take it out with this anti-aircraft gun, but it's just too fast. Yeah, at the other end of the deck. But you can't seriously think you're gonna take that chopper out.
Now that was fun! Now that was fun! Buddy, it's only gonna get worse. Buddy, it's only gonna get worse.
Boy, am I glad to see you guys. I've been trying to unlock the door to the bridge, but a helicopter keeps strafing the deck. Can you give me a hand? Sounds like a plan. All I ask is that you take the helicopter out quick. I don't think I'm gonna last long out in the open.
Stop falling down! Give me someone else to power!
Got it. The door to the bridge is open. Thanks for the assist. I would have been Swiss cheese if you hadn't taken that helicopter out. You'll get no argument from me. I've had enough excitement from one thing.
Ooh, that had to hurt!
Consider yourself.
You're pleased. Amuse me. Let's have a contest. But instead of brawl, how about a test of brains? I'm afraid you have no other options. Now, to defeat this race, you'll receive an electrical shock for the incorrect answer you give. Let's begin. Now, what is the atomic symbol for gold? That was a lucky guess. What percentage of the Earth's atmosphere is oxygen? Oh, your answers are incorrect. Isn't that shocking? Which of the following is not a geologic period of the Earth? Oh, have you ever even read a book? What does modal impossible? Is one of you reading my mind? Which of these is life? This is inconceivable! You're not that intelligent! The deal is off. Trick me somehow. God, attack!
Consider yourself.
You did a good job on the Omega Base team. You saved thousands of lives and billions of dollars in SHIELD equipment. Yes, a device known as the Mutant Amplifier. It magnifies a mutant's natural powers. Until we locate Doom's base, nothing. And since all we're doing is cooling our heels, I want you to investigate a report that there's a riot taking place in Atlantis. See Wyatt Wingfoot, and he'll take you to SHIELD's Atlantis outpost. Or if you'd like more information, talk to the Black Widow.
Colonel Fury, Red Ralston is on line 6. Warning, a small thermonuclear device is missing and...
Welcome, and good day to you. I am Edwin Jarvis, personal butler to Mr. Anthony Stark. This area is where Mr. Stark carries out the research and development of his Iron Man suit. As you can imagine, the body armor has become so complex that a staff of technicians is required. You may walk around and inspect the facilities. I believe you'll already find several of your compatriots here.
Yeah. The name's Jack Hammer. But you can call me Weasel. Everyone does. Yeah, and don't worry. I came in through the back. No one saw me. Wyatt Wingfoot gave me a damaged laptop. said you heroes wanted to know what data was on it? Yeah, that laptop holds security information for a building called the Imperium. I can find out, but you'll have to get me the password into S.H.I.E.L.D.'s priority files. Oh, there's 3 possibilities. Jacob Fury, Baron Strucker, or Gabriel Jones. Talk to Vision. He'll be able to help.
Ah, splendid. You located the missing cufflink. It was a gift from Miss Virginia Potts when she had been Mr. Stark's secretary. My name is Edwin Jarvis, and I'm Mr. Anthony Stark's butler, as well as the butler for the Avengers. You could say it runs in my blood. My mother and father worked for Mr. Stark's parents. It is a dream of Mr. Stark's that was 4 years in the making. The top 3 floors are his living quarters. The rest of the building houses his business interests. No, not any longer. Mr. Stark recently had a change of heart concerning that particular field of industry. This is primarily where new Iron Man suits are built for Mr. Stark. Oh, indeed he does. But as his designs have grown more and more complex, he has required assistance in manufacturing them. It was my pleasure.
I know seeing the Super Soldier project has raised some concerns about S.H.I.E.L.D., but let's get all the facts before we cause any trouble. I think S.H.I.E.L.D. has a lot to deal with, and sometimes it makes mistakes, but historically, it's done a great job of keeping the peace. I saw they were testing out a new version of the Super Soldier Serum, the same type of drug that gave me my strength and agility. Yes. During World War II, I volunteered for Operation Rebirth. It was a program for creating physically superior soldiers. I exceeded their expectations. Unfortunately, Dr. Erskine, the man who developed the drugs, was killed, and no one's been able to recreate his work. I have to admit, things sound kind of suspicious. Like, why was she carrying that laptop during the attack on the Helicarrier? No. I'd need a lot more evidence before I'd say something like that about the Black Widow. Anytime, friend.
I must admit, I find news of a S.H.I.E.L.D. outpost near Atlantis very intriguing. Now I know the extent S.H.I.E.L.D. is willing to go to gather information on countries with closed borders. Indeed it does. And now I wonder if perhaps S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't have an outpost hidden there. We have the largest deposit of vibranium in the world. To open our borders would be an invitation to those who would conquer us. Over the centuries, fools have tried. But the Black Panther is always there to stop them. Indeed I am. Victor Von Doom has created a sizable army of supervillains. I don't know, but Doom must have a truly grand scheme to risk attacks on the Helicarrier and the Omega base. You are quite welcome.
Has Tony Stark got it made or what? He's rich, he's a genius, and to top it all off, he's got the perfect mustache. Gee, I can't see why. Dr. Doom's in control of an army of supervillains, and the Black Widow is working for him. Are you off your meds? The only thing that would make this worse is if the Earth were destroyed to make way for an intergalactic highway. Of course she is. Hey, I've been at the superhero game long enough to know that the hot chicks always turn evil. Probably because evil pays better. If one of Nick's little S.H.I.E.L.D. agents has turned to the dark side, then Nicky'll have to figure it out for himself. No, it isn't. If you finish that sentence, I'm gonna put so much web in your hair, you'll have to shave your head. Sure.
Stark Towers of beauty, isn't she? I consider her one of my greatest achievements. No problem. Our little task force needed a base, so it seemed like the thing to do. I wasn't worried about the cost. That is, until S.H.I.E.L.D. and I had our little disagreement. More like they had trouble with me. I wanted out of the weapons business. I can't tell you how many breach of contract suits they filed. That was just the beginning. Suddenly I had trouble getting building permits, filing patents. Don't get me started on how my taxes changed. I'm not sure exactly. One morning I realized I needed to do more than just amass wealth. I wanted to help people, and weapons aren't that helpful. You really don't need that many billions to get by. No, my life's taking a new course. I want to be remembered for helping lives, not destroying them. Anytime, my friend. Anytime at all.
The Black Widow is up to something, I just know it. Did you see how nervous she was on the Helicarrier? Sure looks like it. She must have been trying to get that laptop to the enemy during the Helicarrier battle. Yes. That laptop shows all security systems for the building. And from the looks of those systems, the Imperium must hold something valuable. Not yet. She's his second in command. We're going to need some pretty strong evidence to shake Fury's faith in her. Yes. Colonel Fury's trust doesn't come easily, and once given, it's nearly impossible to break. Okay, so Daredevil and I were close several years back. And the Black Widow and Daredevil were close not so long ago. No, I'm not. I'm long over Daredevil. If he can find happiness with the Black Widow, I wish them both the best. You're welcome.
I've heard people complaining about S.H.I.E.L.D. since we got back from the Omega. I'm telling you, it's gotta stop. I trust Nick Fury. He's pulled my fat out of the fire more times than I can remember. Look, Fury does what he has to keep the world safe. He ain't always got the luxury of playing by the rules. I've known her for a while. She's always been good in a fight. And Fury trusts her. Unless that meathead weasel comes up with better evidence, I ain't believing nothing against the Black Widow. Of course I am. He's been loyal to me. After all the trouble I had with the Hand recently, I owe Fury my life a dozen times over. Let's just say that evil bunch of psychos got hold of me and turned me into their assassin. It caused a lot of people a lot of pain. But Fury helped me out, kept me alive. And I'll never forget that. Sure thing, bub.
Hey, how's it going? It definitely belongs to the Black Widow. It's got her fingerprints all over it. For most techs, it would have been a lost cause, but for me, I managed to drag up a few tidbits of information. It mostly dealt with a building called the Imperium. I don't know, but that laptop had the layout of the building and all kinds of information about the security. I can, but you need to get me Fury's password into S.H.I.E.L.D.'s priority files. I bet I'll find everything you want to know. My sources tell me it's one of 3 possibilities. Jacob Fury, Baron Strucker, or Gabriel Jones. That's what I need you to find out. Talk to Vision. He'll be able to help. Sure. Anytime.
Hello, Ben. Is there a problem? You seem troubled.
Don't know why, but every time I get around Spider-Woman, I get a little discombobulated.
I know it's a name Colonel Fury would just as soon forget. Jacob Fury was so jealous of his older brother's success that he turned to a life of crime. Yes, and to make matters worse, the Colonel was forced to kill Jacob. So you can see why Colonel Fury does not care to dwell on that name. I would suggest you talk to the Black Widow about that name. Namor is the first known hybrid of Homo sapiens and Homo mermanus, humans and merpeople. He can breathe water and air. But if he's away from water too long, he will begin to weaken. As with most merpeople, he has an inborn distrust of surface dwellers, and true to his belligerent nature, Namor can take his distrust to the extreme. The Atlanteans are distant cousins to your race. Having evolved on the ocean floor, it is impossible for them to breathe air. Because they live in the extreme conditions of the ocean, merpeople are very hardy. They are stronger than humans, can swim up to 30 miles per hour, and live to be over 150 years of age. I am glad to be of assistance.
Okay.
Welcome back from the Omega base, Mrs. Richards.
Hello, Vision. It's a lucky thing we ran into Dr. Banner, or that gamma bomb would have detonated.
I am glad to be of assistance.
The nanotechnology team will be meeting in the electronics lab.
We just received a message from Namorita, the cousin of Namor. Apparently, there is a riot going on in Atlantis. Unknown, but for some reason, the Atlanteans have forcibly removed Namor from his throne. Yes, which means something is seriously wrong. See Wyatt when you are ready to go to S.H.I.E.L.D.'s outpost in Atlantis. I would not say that name too loud. He is a leader of Hydra, and a longtime nemesis of Colonel Fury. You should ask Colonel Fury about Mr. Jones. We do not know. He has been a fair and just ruler for many years. The people love him. Perhaps. But Namor has always been kind to his people. There has to be some other explanation for this mass hysteria. When merpeople and surface dwellers first met, there was quite a bit of hostility. There were even several invasion attempts. The relationship between our two races is lukewarm at best. The merpeople prefer to keep us at arm's distance. Once you reach our Atlantis outpost, you will be infected with a special nanotechnology. Mr. Fantastic and Dr. Pym had a hand in developing it. It will allow you to breathe water with no discomfort. You will also be able to move along the bottom of the ocean, as if you were moving on dry land. You are quite welcome.
Sure.
What did you think of the Omega, Dr. Richards?
That's quite a facility, Colonel.
Gabe? Heck yes. He's a great guy. Back in the day, he was one of my Howling Commandos. He still is. Gabe's one of my top advisors. He saved me from making serious mistakes more times than I care to remember. S.H.I.E.L.D.'s directive is to keep the world peace. To do that, we have to monitor the activities of every major civilization. I'm sure they wouldn't be too happy, and that's why they aren't going to find out about it. We realize now that Doom had no intention of commandeering the Helicarrier. They attacked to draw additional security forces there. Correct. The Omega and the experiments it held was their prime objective all along. Dugan's still trying to sort things out, but apparently the base sustained only minor damage. Yes, they'd been locked in a cold storage unit on level 3. Aside from some minor cases of frostbite, everyone was fine. You're welcome.
Mr. Stark, there's a Harold Hogan online too for you.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks. When you get back from Atlantis, I'll have all the information you need. Sure. Anytime.
Iron Man.
We're good to go.
Good day to you, Mr. Stark.
Hello, Jarvis. I trust this area has been made safe for our guests.
Yes, sir. Anything of real danger has been put out of harm's way. It was my pleasure.
Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, The Thing, The Human Torch.
Fantastic Four!
This should be interesting.
Mr. Stark, there's a Harold Hogan on line 2 for you. Mr. Stark, there's Miss Bambi and Miss Heather here in the main lobby.
Could I ask a big favor of you? Would you ask Dr. Pym if he could take a look at the Quinjet's data feed to Stark Tower? It cuts out every once in a while. Are you kidding? Mr. Stark built this jet as tough as they come. No problem. She's completely submersible. Anytime at all, friend. No problem.
Warning. A small thermonuclear device is missing, and this was last seen in the weapons lab. The President is on line 5, Colonel Fury.
Ah, my cybernetic helmet. Thanks. I owe you one. Ah, that's right. The Quinjet's comm line to the Stark Tower was cutting out. I'll take care of that right away. The mutant amplifier vastly augments any mutant's natural power. So a psychic that can lift a book will become powerful enough to lift a bus. Yes, but it has some serious side effects. The amplifier causes damage to the DNA of any mutant it's used on.
Happy birthday, Mr. Grant.
Not much. The serum's only worked on Captain America. There's something very peculiar about his physique. That, plus the doctor who originally developed it, is dead. He'd wind up with a bunch of muscle-bound beasts, just like you saw in the Omega. They're psychotic, violent, unable to take orders. Not exactly what you'd want from an army. Ah, there's no problem at all.
The nanotechnology team will be meeting in the electronics lab.
Okay.
Colonel Fury, Red Ralston is on line 6. Warning. A small thermonuclear
It's good to see you.
device is missing, and this was last seen in the weapons lab.
It's good to see you, Johnny.
Wyatt, my friend, I can't tell you how happy I am you're at the controls of the Quinjet.
Stay focused, team.
Good. Locate the nano chamber and activate it. Once the nanites are in your bloodstream, you're free to enter the water.
No problem.
Surface dwellers seek to invade our home. Yes, Namor is afraid of the surface dwellers. And for that, he had to pay. Now, you will too.
My target's down.
My target's down.
require no aid. My people are under some type of mind control. I must save them.
Namor, you have to rest. Here, take this medicine. Don't worry. The drug only rendered him unconscious. He's in no condition to fight. If you went to the ancient temple of Negretti, you'd find seaweed I can use to heal Namor. My people are being brainwashed by devices called sonic emitters. It's part of Atuma's scheme to steal the throne from my cousin. He's a barbarian chief who's always thought he was destined to conquer Atlantis. Looks like he might be right. Hi, is there something I can do for you? It all happened so fast. 1 minute I was in the throne room with Namor. The next thing I knew, a throng of angry Atlanteans burst in and carried him off. No, I think he was afraid of injuring his people. Yes, I'm sure it was Atuma's idea. Only he would want to humiliate Namor like that. Probably for the same reason you're not. Because of the human portion of our genetics. To be precise, I'm the clone of a hybrid. He's a barbarian who believes he's destined to become the ruler of Atlantis. Oh yes, but Atuma's always failed. The only success he's had is when he helped kill Namor's bride, a long time ago. No problem. You've got that right. The Guardians are trained to protect the temple against all invaders, surface dwellers in particular. You need to find an extremely rare plant known as Whalic seaweed. It's very valuable and will be well protected.
No wonder the chicks dig me.
Best you can do. I'll not lose. Is everyone all right?
That is an Eye of Negretti. Take it. The priests of the temple use them to open locks.
me open up.